How we doing? How we doing? Thank you for joining me this evening. Today, I'm going to briefly talk about the purple pill mindset and movement. So the purple pill is a combination of the red pill and the blue pill, and what it does, it extracts the good from the red and the blue and becomes the purple pill mindset. Yeah? I feel like these days, most of us eventually become purple pillars. Yeah. We want a stable life, a nice running business. We don't want to just date around, a new woman all the time. We want commitment eventually, as we get to like maybe 30, 35, 40, you know, we we don't want to just go out to the clubs all the time. And we just want more of a quality, fulfilling life. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, let's start off with the purple pill manual. Yeah. So as a purple pillar, yeah, usually I would say you have a great job, you have a business or you work for yourself, you have your own place, or you could get one quite easily. You go to the gym, you're pushing hard in the gym, and you look after yourself. You dress nicely, smell good, yeah. So the first thing I would say, bearing all these factors, the first thing I would say is don't rush into a committed relationship or marriage. There's a lot of you guys that message me on Instagram, yeah, and some of you guys are doing amazing in life, yeah, and some of you guys are struggling with finding the right girl to sort of have a life with, yeah, and sometimes we get desperate, yeah, we get desperate. The next girl that likes us, that looks like, Shrek with blonde hair, we get excited. We just want to commit to her. No. As a purple pillar, you have all these qualities, like I said. You have a great job or a business, you're in shape, you could easily get an apartment with the girl. Not everyone could even move out their family home. So you're doing really, really well. You're a catch. Yeah? So no, don't just rush and drop your standards just to get into a committed relationship. You should have a lot more going on in your life than even have time to waste on a woman that's not worthy. Do you know what I mean? That's not beautiful. That's not feminine. That's not argumentative. That doesn't have a body count over 4. Yeah? Don't rush. Be patient. There's not many people like you around. You'll be surprised. The market is a little bit dire, but just be patient, man. Yeah? Number 2, when you eventually meet that girl that you really like and she's ticking your boxes, she needs to see you as an alpha. Yeah? She needs to see you as an alpha. She needs to respect you more than her own dad. Yeah? So I'll give you an example. If you're just dating this girl and it's the first or second date, she's almost, I don't want to say scared, but anxious being around you. So obviously you might go pick her up with your car. Listen, open the door for her. Still be chivalrous. But maybe the first or second date, she's quiet, she's a bit meek. She doesn't say too much. She doesn't start playing with your car's audio. It's not that she doesn't know how to use your car audio or how to increase the volume or change the song. It's just she knows that this guy is a potential alpha. I need to be on my best behavior. Yeah. Another example could be, obviously the World Cup is on, right? And you and your new potential, or even your wife, yeah, you're watching football. And if you're a beta, she'll see Bellingham, I don't know, Ronaldo, Enzo Fernandez, Messi, Yamal, and she'll get excited and start flapping her wings around. Like she'll start, oh my god, oh my, even if she's not complimenting them directly, but her getting excited over another man, I don't care if it's the bin man or David Beckham. If you was an alpha and a purple pillar, she wouldn't even act that way. Yeah? None of this beta stuff, bro. She needs to see you as an alpha. If you feel that she isn't giving you the respect that you deserve, do you know what you do? Pull away a bit of the time you spend with her. Pull away the affection. Pause the compliments. Yeah? Temporarily. And if she could get act together, then that's fine. Do you know what I mean? That's fine. Sometimes the modern day girl, they're quite staunch they're staunch feminists, right? So it might take them a while to figure out, yo, this is my man, this is my leader, this is the guy I should almost obey. Like, do you know what I mean? That's if you're worthy, though. That's if you're worthy. All right, third. Attraction. Too many of you guys have been messaging me on Instagram with obviously dating struggles and stuff. Then all of a sudden you start dating a girl, and I sometimes say, look, let me have a look. I know that's a bit nosy, but hey, I need to check where you're working with, because obviously I could look at you, your image, what you do for a living, your looks, and compare it to what what you're her and like dating and stuff, right? And most of you, I mean, maybe 4 of you have sent me pictures of the girl you're dating, and none of them were attractive. None of them. I would not commit to none of them. And bro, some of you have amazing jobs. One of you have an amazing business that makes a lot of money. Your family owns a lot of houses. You're too, sorry bro, I'm gonna have to talk about you, but you should be able to get any girl you want. Yeah. So attraction is crucial because, bro, like, say you date a 4 or a 5 year or even a 6 year, date/marry, and she might not wear makeup one day, or might wear, you might see her without her clothes, and you'll be like, like your temperature isn't even going up. That, like, there's no natural sexual tension. As a purple pillar, we believe in balance, so we believe in committed relationships. So I wouldn't even date a girl that isn't a 7 or 8, or you shouldn't even date a girl that isn't a 7 or 8 in your eyes. Remember, as a purple pillar, we believe in commitment. Imagine I say to you, you like this girl, she's mid to you. You be like, bro, personality, there's nothing nothing else out there. She's a decent girl, whatnot. But bro, you're wired visually. You're a man. Unfortunately, you're wired visually. Yeah? So what you're gonna do is, she might wear a nice dress one day, and she might say, babes, what do you think? And in your head, you're thinking she looks clarted, she looks butters, bro. She looks clarted out, like she looks like, out of date brown bread. Then what? And then you're not gonna want to sleep with her. Women are clever. They know when you're not into them. Thirdly, you're gonna end up disrespecting her. Say you want a glass of water. You might say to her, if she's a 4 or a 5 in your eyes, can you go and get me water? That's not very nice. Like, you won't speak to her with affection and softness. Do you know what I mean? Like, if she was a 7 or an 8 in your eyes, you'd be like, babes, can you do me a favor? Can you go and get me a glass of water, please? And if you got aura and she's a 9, you'd be like, babes, little nod, can you get me a glass of water? She'll be like, thanks. You'll be like, drop her a wink. Get me. Do you know what I mean? So you won't even respect her if she's a 4 or a 5 to you, or she's overweight. Do you know what I mean? Like, or like she's not attractive. So attraction is crucial for us men. To be honest, it's very important for women these days as well, but that's for another day. Number four, stay on your purpose. Once you get into that committed relationship or marriage, what I see is a lot of people get stable with their job, don't bother to grow their businesses, don't even go and see their mates, and don't even go to the gym anymore and get out of shape. Hey, listen, man, you can't be doing that. That is an opportunity for her to lose respect for you. Do you know what I mean? The modern day woman is extremely hypergamous. Listen, man, I've dated girls for many girls in my life, yeah. And whatever I'm doing on the side as a business, or like sort of trying to get in shape or investing in certain things, or just learning a language or whatever, anything to improve myself, most girls that I've dated, they'll always be like, all right, like, yo, what's going on with that? How was that? Or did you go to the gym today? Is it, oh, okay, do this. All right. They're really hypergamous. Like, they've always been hypergamous, but now because of social media and stuff, and, you know, every girl thinks she deserves to be a princess, yeah? They're always going to quiz you about what's going on with your life, yeah? So stay on your purpose, get that promotion, keep going to the gym, you know, stay on top of your game. Yeah? And lastly, obviously, we briefly touched on it, is stay in shape. But you might be like, but Alpha, what about, you know, the middle-aged men in Monaco that are 57 and they have a 22-year-old model they're dating? Do you know how much money they make? They make millions of pounds a month. They have yachts. They have Lambos, Zondas, Pagani Zondas. They have chefs. Use your head. Use your head, bro. Do you know what I mean? You have to be in great shape. The modern day guy that's doing well and that's an entrepreneur, it's crucial for you to be in great shape, be somewhat muscular. I'm not saying you need to be 10% body fat. I'm far from it anyway, do you know what I mean? And have abs and stuff. I'm saying be in shape. Just have a flat stomach, you know, be in shape, a bit of vascularity. Anything more than that is a bonus. Do you know what I mean? In that way, it keeps her on her toes. She'll be like, oh my God, my man looks amazing. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want him to like not think I'm attractive and stuff. You know how women are, right? They overthink things, but sometimes it's to our own benefit. So yeah, keep grinding in the gym. If you do a sport, don't think to yourself, oh, I'm getting too old for this. Carry on with the small sport. You know, as you get older, you may need to reduce the intensity a tad. But yeah, so don't rush getting into a relationship or marriage. She needs to view you as the alpha, not a beta. She needs to respect you more than her own dad. You need to be attracted to her. She needs to be a 7 or an 8 in your eyes. When you go out with her, she needs to be the one that is the outfit. She still needs to look better than you. She's the woman. If you look better than her, it's like, bruv, you're the woman now. Do you know what I mean? Stay on your purpose. And lastly, stay in shape or get in shape. You have to get in shape. You have to make time for the gym. Anyway, gents, I'm glad you could join me today. If you have any questions or if you want a free consultation, the link's going to be below. Also, follow me on Instagram at alpha_e. For those of you who don't follow me, my link is also on consultation link is also on my Instagram. So yeah, have a nice weekend and see you on the next one. Peace.